What's up, Manna Church? It's your boy, Pastor M, here with another Morning Manna. You might be sipping on your favorite coffee. You might be eating your English muffin, your blueberry muffin, eating a banana, eating an orange, whatever it may be. I want to welcome you this morning. I got something special for you today. Check this out. You might know a little something about me, but I want to bring you in a little bit. Growing up, I was pretty savvy. I really had a knack for putting things together. I don't know what it was, but for some reason, I wasn't a read the instructions kind of guy though. I was more like a look at the picture on the box and figure it out myself kind of guy. I mean, why bother with the extra steps of reading the instructions when I have a perfectly good image of what it's supposed to look like right here on the box in front of me? Now, most times it would turn out pretty good. Other times, maybe not so much. Sometimes extra pieces ain't extra pieces. They are actually supposed to be used in the construct. But in my defense, there have been times where pieces were legit missing from the box. So I don't know what's up with the manufacturer. Something funny's going on there. But it doesn't matter anymore. I'm in a different phase of my life and I've been delivered from IKEA furniture in my house. So we're good. Well, I don't know if anyone told you, but marriage and many of our other relationships that we have in our lives don't always look like what's on the box. And at some point in time, I'm sure there's some ladies who are watching this right now and you've imagined what you saw or see your wedding looking like. And for those of you who are married, and I know there are more than a handful of you all who are watching this right now, you can attest to the fact that it's not always that. So let me give you a word of advice. You might want to stop thinking as you on Say Yes to the Dress or while you're watching for weddings. That may not be your true reality. Or maybe we saw a good or a bad marriage growing up from our parents. And now our expectations or your expectations are shaped by what you saw. And that may or may not be the truth that you will or are experiencing right now. Here's my point. What you see on the box may not always be exactly what's in the box. You might be missing a few pieces. You might end up with something extra, some extra screws that you don't know what to do with. You might even have a part or two that's broken. All metaphors aside, let me make this very practical for you. For an example, you want to have a huge family, but you find out from the doctor that there may be some fertility issues. Your spouse has so much ambition when you first got married, but then something traumatic happens and now your spouse appears to be moving with little passion and purpose. I know some fellas who thought that they were gonna get married and the wife was gonna cook every night and she was gonna keep the house spotless and they were just gonna have sex every night. Now I know that don't look like the box. You better quit watching so much TV. But look, my wife and I just recently celebrated her 1-year mark of her kidney transplant. And as much of a blessing as that was, that definitely didn't look like the box for us. So Pastor M, I'm trying to put it all together. What am I supposed to do when it doesn't look like what's on the box? Well, as much as I didn't want to, when trying to put something together, if I ran into a hiccup, I always knew that I could look at the instructions. There's no manual or training for marriage. A couple can decide today that they want to get married and go and do it. No test to pass, just a small fee and a couple of I do's. But in spite of that, we are given the perfect example and picture of what marriage should and could look like and how Christ loved his bride, the church. It's a little easier to assemble something and make sure its foundation is strong when you can follow the instructions laid out for you. There are examples and instructions and tools all through God's word, but I pulled a few things from Ecclesiastes in chapter 4 that I want to give you. There's a verse that says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. If we both are making the effort in this relationship, we can expect to see fruit. Absolutely. And check this out. Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves, but a cord of 3 strands is not quickly, some versions say easily, broken. Yeah, you see this passage used often in weddings, and I love the visual of keeping God as that third strand, the nuts and bolts of your marriage, the thing holding it all together. That's what makes all the difference, even when what you have doesn't look like what's on the box. Manna Church, I pray you receive something from this today. Join me back here tomorrow for another Morning Manna. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you then.